How often do you think about safety when you're exploring the hidden corners of our urban jungles? The allure of urban exploration is undeniable. The thrill of discovery, the exhilaration of unearthing secrets that have been hidden away for decades, maybe even centuries. There's a certain magic that hovers in the air, an enchanting whisper that beckons you into the heart of the city, urging you to uncover its mysteries. Crumbling facades of forgotten factories, the eerie silence of abandoned subway tunnels, the faded grandeur of derelict mansions. These are the treasures that await the urban explorer. But let's be clear, this isn't a walk in the park. The urban jungle is a labyrinth, a maze of concrete and steel that can be as dangerous as it is fascinating. There's a thin line between adventure and peril, and straying too far can lead to consequences more severe than a bruised ego. This isn't to dampen your spirit of exploration, but to remind you of the reality that comes with it. Urban exploration can be thrilling, yes, but it also comes with its fair share of risks. A forgotten factory may hold the charm of the past, but it also holds the threat of unstable structures. An abandoned subway tunnel may promise adventure, but it also promises darkness and the unknown that lurks within it. And that derelict mansion, its grandeur may be faded, but the danger it poses is very much alive. So, what does this mean for you, the intrepid urban explorer? It means that safety should always be your top priority. It means that every step you take into the unknown should be calculated, every risk assessed, every danger acknowledged. It's not just about finding the hidden gems of the city, it's about finding them and living to tell the tale. So, are you ready to uncover the top 5 safety mistakes that urban explorers often make? The number one safety mistake urban explorers often make is not doing enough research. Now, let's talk about research. It's not the most exciting part of urban exploration, is it? You might be tempted to skip it and dive straight into the adventure, but hold your horses. The lack of proper research can lead to disastrous outcomes. Imagine this. You found an abandoned factory. It's a perfect location, rich with history and mystery, but without sufficient research, you're stepping into the unknown. You might encounter structural instability, hazardous materials, or even unseen residents. An abandoned building is a silent storyteller, and its secrets can be dangerous if you're not prepared. Structural instability is a serious concern. Buildings, especially old and abandoned ones, can be more fragile than they appear. There might be weak floors ready to collapse under your weight, or unstable walls that could crumble at any moment. Without thorough research, you're walking into a potential death trap. Then there's the issue of hazardous materials. Abandoned buildings can house all sorts of dangerous substances. We're talking about asbestos, lead paint, or even chemical residues from past industrial activities. Without proper knowledge of these hazards, you're risking your health and safety. And let's not forget about the unseen residents. Abandoned buildings can be home to all sorts of creatures, from rats to raccoons or even other humans. It's not unheard of for urban explorers to encounter squatters or homeless individuals seeking shelter. Without research, you're potentially invading someone's space, which can lead to tense or even violent confrontations. So, how do you avoid these pitfalls you research? You delve into the history of the location, study architectural plans, and seek out reports or accounts from previous explorers. You prepare yourself for what you might encounter, both seen and unseen. In the world of urban exploration, the thrill of discovery is a powerful allure. But it's crucial to remember that the real world isn't a video game. There are no respawns or save points. The risks are real, and they can be mitigated with proper research. Remember, knowledge is power, and it can keep you safe in the urban jungle. The second safety mistake is one that many of us are guilty of: exploring alone. There's an undeniable allure to the idea of being a lone explorer, venturing into the unknown all on your own. However, the risks associated with solo exploration are high and should not be taken lightly. Picture this. You're wandering through an abandoned factory, the solemn silence broken only by the echo of your own footsteps. Suddenly you trip over a hidden piece of debris, twisting your ankle. You're alone, possibly without cell service, and miles away from help. It's a grim scenario, isn't it? But one that's all too possible when venturing out alone. When you're on your own, Simple mishaps can quickly escalate into life-threatening situations. A twisted ankle, a wrong turn, a sudden illness, without a second pair of eyes or hands, these can become critical in no time. Having a partner or a group can be a lifesaver, quite literally. They can help navigate, carry supplies, or even just provide moral support when the going gets tough. Furthermore, a partner can offer a different perspective, spotting potential hazards you might have overlooked. They can help you make more informed decisions, preventing you from taking unnecessary risks. Remember, urban exploration is not about proving how brave or independent you are. It's about the thrill of discovery, the joy of uncovering hidden gems in the heart of the city. You're not less of an explorer for bringing a friend along. In fact, you're a smarter, safer explorer. There's a saying that goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This rings especially true for urban exploration. Going together doesn't just mean you'll likely be safer, but you'll also share unique experiences, creating memories that will last a lifetime. So, the next time you're planning an urban exploration adventure, reach out to a friend or fellow explorer. The companionship can make the journey all the more enjoyable, and your safety is always worth it. Bring a buddy. It can make all the difference between a thrilling adventure and a dangerous situation. The third safety mistake is not carrying the right gear. Now, let's delve into the world of urban exploration gear. It's not about having the latest tech or the most expensive equipment. It's about having the right tools to ensure your safety and success in navigating the urban jungle. First and foremost, sturdy footwear is a must. You never know what you might step on, whether it's shards of glass, rusty nails, or uneven ground. A decent pair of boots can be the barrier between you and a painful injury. Next, protective clothing. This isn't just about staying warm or dry, but about protecting your skin from scratches, bites, or harmful substances. Long-sleeved shirts, pants, and gloves can be your armor against the unpredictable elements of these urban environments. Now imagine this. You're deep inside an abandoned building. The sunlight that was once guiding you has now faded, and you're left in complete darkness. Not an ideal situation, right? That's where a reliable flashlight comes in handy. It's not just about visibility, but also about spotting potential hazards before you stumble upon them. And let's not forget about communication devices. In the labyrinthine world of urban exploration, it's easy to lose your way, or worse, find yourself in a dangerous situation. A cell phone with a good signal or a two-way radio can be a lifeline, allowing you to call for help if needed. The absence of these items can lead to injuries or worse. You might think it won't happen to you, that you're too careful or experienced, but remember, even the most seasoned explorers can run into unexpected situations. Having the right gear doesn't guarantee your safety, but it significantly increases your chances of navigating through the urban jungle unscathed. It's like going into battle. You wouldn't go in without your armor, would you? So before you venture out on your next urban exploration, take a moment to check your gear. Make sure you're not just prepared, but equipped for what lies ahead. Remember, the right gear is your best defense in the urban jungle. The fourth safety mistake is ignoring no trespassing signs. These signs, often seen as an invitation to explore by the more audacious among us, are actually clear indicators of boundaries set for a reason. And those reasons, more often than not, are tied to safety and legality. When we see a no trespassing sign, it might be tempting to dismiss it as an insignificant barrier between us and our adventure. But stop for a moment and consider this. These signs are erected by property owners or local authorities for specific reasons. It could be because the area is private property and the owners wish to maintain their privacy. In other instances, these signs are put up to warn people of potential dangers in the vicinity. It could be an unsafe structure, a hazardous environment, or even a protected wildlife habitat. Ignoring these signs and stepping beyond the boundary could lead to serious injuries or legal complications. Think about it. You're exploring an abandoned factory and you ignore a no trespassing sign. Suddenly you find yourself in a precarious situation as the floor beneath you gives way. Or perhaps you wander into an area that's actually a restricted military zone. Both scenarios could have been avoided by respecting the no trespassing sign. Moreover, trespassing is a legal offence in many countries. It's not just about getting caught and facing fines or jail time. It's also about the potential damage you could cause to the property or the environment. And let's not forget the possible harm to your reputation, especially if you're an influencer or a public figure. Remember, urban exploration is not about breaking the rules or invading someone's privacy. It's about the thrill of discovery, the joy of uncovering hidden gems in our urban jungle. It's about respecting the environment and the laws that govern it. So, the next time you see a no trespassing sign, don't dismiss it. Understand its purpose, reflect on the potential dangers it's warning you about, consider the legal implications, and most importantly, respect it. Respect the signs, they're there for a reason. The fifth and final safety mistake is not having a plan. Imagine setting off on a journey through an urban jungle without a map or even a vague idea of where you're headed. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, right? Well, it's exactly the same when it comes to urban exploration. A lack of a solid plan can lead you down a path of unexpected dangers, getting lost, or even running out of vital resources. You see, urban exploration isn't just about the thrill of discovery. It's also about navigating through unfamiliar and often unpredictable environments. Without a plan, you're essentially walking blindfolded into a labyrinth of unknowns. You might stumble upon a fascinating abandoned building, but without a plan, you could end up wandering aimlessly, wasting precious time and energy, or worse, getting hopelessly lost. And it's not just about knowing your way. A well-thought-out plan also includes preparing for potential hazards. Every abandoned site has its own unique set of dangers, from unstable structures and hazardous materials to the possibility of encountering wildlife. With a plan, you can anticipate these risks and equip yourself accordingly. Moreover, a good plan is about resource management. It's about knowing how much food and water you'll need, the amount of time you should allocate for exploration, and when it's time to turn back. Without a plan, you risk running out of essential supplies or overextending yourself, which can quickly escalate into a survival scenario. But remember, a plan isn't set in stone. It's a guide, a framework that can be adjusted as circumstances shift. It provides you with a sense of direction and a safety net, but it doesn't restrict your spirit of exploration. It's about striking a balance between the thrill of the unknown and the reassurance of preparedness. So, as you set out on your next urban exploration adventure, remember this: your plan is your lifeline. It's your roadmap to safety, a tool that can make the difference between a thrilling exploration and a dangerous misadventure. Always have a plan, it's your roadmap to safety. To recap, urban exploration is a thrilling activity, but it's not without its risks. It's an adventure filled with the allure of the unknown, the excitement of discovery, and the thrill of the unique stories that lie within the walls of each abandoned building. However, the urban jungle is not a playground, and it's crucial to approach it with a respect for safety. Let's revisit the top 5 safety mistakes that urban explorers often make, and more importantly, how to avoid them. First off, not doing enough research. In the world of urban exploration, knowledge truly is power. The more you know about a location before you venture into it, the better equipped you'll be to handle any potential dangers. So before you set off, spend some time researching. Know the layout, the history, and any potential hazards. Next, going alone. There's a saying that goes, adventure is best shared. In urban exploration, this isn't just about camaraderie, it's about safety. Having a buddy with you means having someone who can call for help if things go south. It's a simple measure that can make a world of difference. Thirdly, not carrying the right gear. Like a knight heading into battle without armor, an urban explorer without the right gear is inviting trouble. A good flashlight, sturdy gloves, a hard hat and a first aid kit are just a few of the essentials. Remember, the right gear isn't just about comfort, it's about protecting yourself from harm. Then we have ignoring no trespassing signs. These signs aren't just decoration, they're there for a reason. Whether it's because of structural instability, hazardous materials, or legal repercussions, these signs are a clear indication that the place is off limits. Ignoring them is not just illegal, it's dangerous. Finally, not having a plan. Venturing into the unknown without a plan is akin to sailing the high seas without a compass. It's essential to have a clear idea of where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're getting out. And always let someone know where you're going and when you expect to be back. In the end, the thrill of urban exploration comes from the challenge of the unknown. But that doesn't mean throwing caution to the wind. It's about balancing the thrill with the respect for safety, the respect for the location, and the respect for oneself. Because at the end of the day, the most important part of any adventure is making it back home safely. So take these lessons to heart. Arm yourself with knowledge, equip with the right gear, respect the rules, have a plan, and never go it alone. Stay safe out there, explorers. Remember, the greatest adventure is returning home safely. And if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more urban exploration insights and adventures.